And welcome back. This season of Survivor is heating up and the gameplay is getting good, so we need to give you the breakdown on episode 5 of season 45 of Survivor. Okay, so I want to do two kind of, cast highlights real quick. So first up, Jake. So here's the interesting thing about Jake is that we see his story kind of edited, highlighted, focused on in this episode of he used to be kind of like borderline obese, had a huge weight loss journey, but it was a very emotional thing for him.
Yeah, it was very touching.
He also is like having, seizures out on the island. That's happened twice now.
They haven't
kind of
really
borderline pass out.
established what it is. I don't feel like it's seizures. I think maybe it's the lack of food, you know? His body's still adjusting to his drastic change.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying is like he thinks this is an effect of his dramatic weight loss, but it was just really touching. And I think that that's something a lot of people struggle with, think about, ponder on, you know? And so it was just like nice to see a very real side of someone in such an aggressive show. So I really love his story, and he's growing on me a lot in this show.
Yeah.
The other person I want to focus on real fast is the Reba, I guess, the Red Tribe. Their tribe dynamics are really fascinating. So in the last episode, they're the ones that went to tribal. Sean sent himself home, but Sifu had the vote. What's interesting is Dee is the one that put Sifu's name down, but when they get back, all 3 ladies in this tribe are like, no, it wasn't me, I voted for Sean. So Sifu's like, I don't know. So then in this next photo, Jayamaya decides that she's, for some reason, her gameplay is she's going to say that she's the one that voted Sifu out and explain why. And I thought that was kind of a weird move, I'm not gonna lie.
It was weird. And I mean, Dee put on a good acting face when she was like, wasn't me, I didn't vote for you, that was Sean.
Dee is terrifying in that way. She has a very good poker face and I would not mess with her, and I'm interested to see how she does in the rest of the season.
I mean, honestly, if I were Jay and, what's the other girl's name?
Julie, maybe?
Julie?
Yeah.
I would want to almost get Dee out, because she seems like such a threat being able to lie so easily.
I know. Well, and Julie has to know it was Dee. That's what's interesting too. So anyway, just some dynamics I wanted to point out. Okay, so then we get to the immunity challenge. Here's the thing. This challenge was so much fun to watch because it was like this giant obstacle course that had so many components to it. So give us a brief rundown of how this game worked.
I didn't think it was overly interesting.
You didn't? Okay.
I thought it was kind of meh.
Okay.
So like 3 of them had to go through this like jungle gym, and each one had to grab a key that was on different levels. There was like 1 each level. And then they had to go and unlock these sandbags that then had to take, the other tribe members had to try to basically
like use
slingshot them, and knock them off 3 different targets sitting on a pole. So it was interesting. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was kind of meh.
Yeah. Okay, well, whether or not you like the challenge or not, the interesting thing of this is the tribe, this is actually the tribe that ends up going to tribal council. I forget the name. But the interesting thing is this is a tribe mixed of all 3 former tribes. So the only tribe like that right now. So it was like, how's this going to roll out? Because you kind of have 2 strong duos and then Emily in the middle, right? So here's the thing with first there was the journey, sorry. So then we go to the journey really fast, which was Austin, Kelly, I don't remember her name, and then Jay. What is interesting about this is they've decided either between a sandwich, so like get some nutrition, some food.
Sustenance or strategy.
Yes, or they have the amulet advantage, which just kind of has different perks to it depending on when they use it in the season.
If all 3 of them are still in, it's, I don't remember the 3. 2 is steal a vote, and then if there's only 1, it's a normal idol.
Yeah. So that was interesting. They end up choosing, because they all 3 had to agree, they end up choosing the amulet advantage.
And Austin really wanted the sandwich.
Yeah, but what's interesting is back at Tribe, when Austin's on this, the rest of his tribe members are like scrambling to figure out where they're gonna go. And like I said, it's kind of the 2 duos and then Emily in the middle. So you really don't know what's gonna happen. And you kind of see Brando and Drew going back and forth, which is interesting. So we end up at Tribal Council. Here's what's fascinating, and I think was maybe one of the most exciting eliminations we've seen all season, is that Brando is the one that ends up going home because Emily sides with Austin and Drew, which I will be honest, kind of shocked me, but I was excited about.
I mean, I was hoping it would be Brando.
Well, that's the thing. I really like Austin and Drew more, but I thought Emily was going to side with Brando and Kendra. That's what I was confused about.
It was hard to tell. Emily was so back and forth. She didn't know who to go with. And it's interesting watching how Emily has started the season, where she is now, and how she was like the deciding factor.
Here's the thing. I think Emily's going to go far along with Drew and Austin. They are playing this game so good. Between the 2 of them, they've got like 25 advantages. So
and I didn't like Emily to begin with, but
I didn't either, but she's growing on me. I know. This is becoming a really, really interesting season. So, of course, a brand new episode of Survivor tonight on CBS, or you can watch it on Paramount Plus and Ozarks Live. We'll be right back.
Stay with us.